Here's where I'll be running the AT Max today in true all metal, so that shows the little icon filling in the all metal. I'll be running ground balance at 93. That's about normal for my ground here. The threshold will be set at 5. There's no iron disc, and I'm all set to go. I'm going to start off in true all metal mode here. I can see how it compares a little bit to the 8.5 by 11 double D coil. So I'll start off with the silver ring. Let's see what kind of depth we get here. At 15, I'm just getting a slight whisper. At 14, I'll go for 14.5. Second target will be the gold ring. $19, I'm starting to get a bit of a whisper. Definitely at 18. 18.5 looks like it's pretty accurate. Third target is the American nickel. It's a 2005. I'm still getting a signal at 16. Maybe a whisper at 17. I'll go for 16. The mini ball or musket ball, whatever you want to call it, depending on where you live, $12, $13. 13, I'm getting that whisper. I'll put it at 13. The big bullet here, it's got no rings on it. I don't even know where I dug it up, but it's got a few years on it. It's got a hollow end on it. Let's just see how that works out. That's 15. 16, I get a signal. I'll put it at 16. I got a mercury dime here. Let me see, 15, 14, I'm starting to get a bit of a signal. 13 is better. I'll go for 13.5. And finally, that little nugget, what, 1 millimeter by, or 2 millimeter by about 3 millimeter, very thin like paper. Let's just see here. Oh, it's good signal at 2. Switch hands here. 3, 4. I'm at 5. Well, a couple little whispers at 5, much more at 4. I'm going to go for 4.5. Here's my setup I'm going to use for using the Garrett AT Max in discriminant mode. I'll just turn it on, and it's coming on in true all metal, which is the deepest, but I will be going down to custom, coins, and 0. I'm running at 8 out of 8 bars. That's 100% sensitivity. Usually you can do that with a smaller coil. My threshold will be at at 5, and I'm running it without the iron audio turned on. and that's going to give me my good results. Okay, this is test number 2 with the 9x12 concentric coil on new AT Max. I've got it in discriminate mode, 0, nothing notched out. I'm running at 8 out of 8 bars, 100% sensitivity. It's ground balanced at about 8, and I've got my threshold set at 5 just for a slight hum. So I'll start off with my silver ring here. Starting to pick it up at 11. A little over 11. Well, we'll go for 11. That's pretty close. We're still getting a nice solid beep with that. With the gold ring, starting to pick it up at 16, 15, 15 and a half. We'll go with our US nickel here. 13's very strong, 13 and a half. Still getting a good signal at 14, 14 and a half. It's kind of iffy. We'll go for 14. The musket ball, 1/2 inch. See, 12, picking it up, 12. A little bit of 12 and a half, very slight. We'll go for 12. Gives us a nice signal. That big lead bullet, let's see here. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It kind of dies right out. 15 and a half, just a whisper. I'll go for 15. The mercury dime. 12, I'm getting a nice signal. 12 and a half, just the odd little whisper. I'll go for 12. And that little nuggy, a tiny little 2 by 3 millimeter, thin as a sheet of paper. Let me see here. 3, 3 and a half, 4, 3 and a half. Well, definitely a 3. So if you're out nugget hunting for those really tiny little ones on the surface, you're in a good area, you should be able to pick it up at 3 inches.